Welcome to the meeting room at Global TV Talk Show, a broadcast service of globalbusinessnews.net.
Now, here's your host, Ed Cohen.
This is Ed Cohen in San Diego, California, and it is the 19th of October, 2021, and it's about 10 a.m. here, a little after 10 a.m. The sun is out. It's about 70 Fahrenheit. And our special guest today is in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Julyana Ruiz and IGO company is her company. Welcome, Julyana.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you again for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, hola, and thank you. So I am really happy to have you on our program today. Just this past hour, my broadcast was in Geneva, Switzerland, with Pierre Geronimo, and it was all about his company and what he was doing. And then our first show today was at my 8 a.m., which was 2 hours ago, and that took place in the New York area with some HR people talking about the impact of the pandemic on people management in large organizations. And these two guys were very, very senior. And we talked about the issues of communication, not only to people who are working remotely, but also to the C-suite. You know, how do you have the courage? How do you get the courage as an HR leader to give bad news to the C-suite and to wake them up and saying, hey, you're not coming across too good now with the people. You have to change a little bit. Okay. And so it's been a very interesting day. So Julyana, tell me about your job. You're an attorney. So, and you have a company, your own company, IGO, and I think it's a great name. And is it just inbound to Brazil or outbound also?
Yes, just giving you a briefly presentation of my professional background. I am a lawyer and I've been working in this industry, in the global mobility industry, for over 11 years. I started advising clients with their taxation matters at PwC. And then I had the opportunity to work for other consultancies for immigration and the other things. Then I joined other companies as a partner launching the tax and the immigration area. And then in 2020, the pandemic hit all of us, and it was a big surprise, of course. And then, like many of the population, I had to reinvent myself and the way I was used to deliver the services and the things. So this is when I decided to launch my own project, and I founded then IGO Immigration Services because I saw this as an opportunity in the market, because I saw also we have, of course, big players and we have excellent players, providers in our industry. But at some point I saw like a lack of the human touch in our, industry, and considering the pandemic. So maybe the companies were at that point starting to see their providers, because they didn't want the huge providers. They want regional providers, people that should advise them specialized in their region and about the things, because the information were constantly changing. So we saw this as an opportunity, and I've been fortunate to have such a good clients that followed us with immigration, IGO Immigration. So I'm happy with this decision. Now we will celebrate on January our first year anniversary. So yes, I think it was a difficult. It's a challenge, of course, because we are speaking also about Brazil, and Brazil is very bureaucratic in many ways. But as I mentioned to you, I've been fortunate with my clients and with our networking. We are specialized. I Go Immigration is specialized in immigration services, but we offer inbound and outbound. We advise our clients here in São Paulo with our team, and outside with our networking that we've been developed along the years through the Euro events, ERC. So we do these partnerships and we can attend worldwide. This is how we work now.
Well, I'm going to help too through the distribution and marketing of this broadcast as part of our network. I'm very happy to do that. And so, where did you go to law school?
Well, I'm sorry, I lost the connection.
Yes, where did you go to law school in Sao Paulo to get a degree in being a lawyer?
Oh, okay. No, I studied in another city, not in São Paulo, in Recife. Yes, so I got my degree there from Unicap, it's the name there. And then I made a specialization here in São Paulo from FGV. It's very known here. And I did a specialization in business in general. So this is how it happened.
Yeah, very nice. Okay. Now, in order to start your own business, it takes a lot of guts.
Yeah.
This whole idea that in your head, oh, I'm going to make money. I'm going to take care of myself, and I'm going to work 20 hours a day. So,
No, it's yes, it's very challenging
I
because
know.
now I know that is non-stop working. Sometimes I am trying to rest in my weekends with my daughter and just having fun, but I'm overthinking all the time about new possibilities on how to deliver our services or what we can improve, dealing with employees because we are growing. So now we have employees in our company, and it's very difficult because it's not only about me and the things that I want to do, but of course we have to deal with the expectations of our clients because this is our job to manage their expectations. So all the time we are trying to find this balance between one thing and another. So it's constantly a challenge.
So, in the legal business, you have a situation that's probably very similar time after time, but the people are different, but the situation and the legal practice is repetitive. And so
Yes.
you've become very good at that and an expert, and therefore you have been trustworthy, known
Yeah.
to be high quality and trustworthy uh, deliverer of this service. And so your customers stay with you. But then it comes down to you have to do the work, or
Yeah.
your company has to do the work. It has to get done properly, and it has to be successful. um,
Mm.
excuse me. So you get paid, and you get more business or new introductions, and you just grow that way organically. And
Yeah.
so that takes a lot of work, but it's very, very rewarding when it does work because I have my own company also. And you just, what I've been experiencing since COVID 18, 19 months ago is by doing talk shows, whereby I used to produce live meetings in the US and Europe. We did some in Canada, some in Mexico. And
Mhm.
going back a long time ago, as I mentioned earlier, we did Brazil also, and Panama, and Europe. But all of that stopped. And so
Yeah,
we had to reinvent our delivery, our service, our product, and into this, which is a meeting, a conference, but done on Zoom. And so
exactly.
the problem with doing this is that if the broadcaster, like me, is not prepared, knowledgeable about the guest and about
Mm-hmm.
the topic, it gets to be awful. And it
Yes.
really, it comes right through the screen and it becomes boring and people turn off, done,
Yes.
cut, and don't come back. And so it's responsible to make sure that we understand each other so that I could communicate in my own words what you're doing and what your challenges are. And so I could see that it's quite similar to what I'm doing here in San Diego, California. It's the same thing. We have to satisfy the customer.
Exactly.
There's technical
And
things to do, but we got to satisfy you, the customer.
yes, yes, exactly. And this is what just I mentioned to you because we saw that we should keep this human touch, because we need that. Even though we are virtually, we need to find ways to keep this human touch. And of course, for you, for an example, I think the body language is very important. So if you cannot read that, if you cannot keep that during the delivery of your services, the way you are offering the things, probably people won't appear again. They won't want to listen anymore. They don't want to listen anymore. So for us, in a way, of course, in a different way, it's the same thing. We have clients that have been following us for a long time, but at the same, on the other hand, people, it's from the nature, I think. People want to try new things,
Right.
so sometimes they are going to change because it's part of life, and
Right.
it's okay for us. We are open. If you want to come back, we are here. We are going to offer our best. And sometimes we say that we have people that come with like a storm, around them. So sometimes it's difficult to manage these kind of people because they have a lot of things going on and bad experience or bad expectations or bad behavior. This is something that we try to manage, but not all the time we can achieve their expectations, of course. So we are here like human beings trying to do our best and trying to be our best persons. This is part of the job, but it's okay. One day you are here and the other, who knows, right?
Yeah. Hi, this is Ed, and I thank you for tuning in to Global TV Talk Show, a unit on globalbusinessnews.net. We broadcast to the world, as you know by now. So I wanted to make sure that you understand that our programs are advertising supported. We're grateful for co-sponsors, advertisers. Um, they have a marketing budget coupled with a strong desire to be associated with our top quality program. And of course, I'm grateful. Thank you. So for the next few minutes, you're going to see some commercials. It's mostly very low key, and our prices are very, very reasonable. Uh, our exposure for the advertisers go 12 months and beyond. Some of our advertisers have been with us since March, April of 2020. And Google Analytics has tracked over 125,000 what they call audience page views, which means you looking at this page, that's a page view. Now, if you happen to go to one of our other shows or to our radio broadcasts or to our newspaper or magazine, those become additional page views. as measured by Google Analytics. And so when they say 125,000 since spring of 2020 up through Labor Day, a month ago, that's pretty good numbers. And the past 30 days, Google Analytics has measured just under 6,000 audience page views. And that, according to them, is a 42% increase in audience participation over the month of August. So thank you very much. Well, here's our advertisers, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes or so, and we'll proceed with this interesting conversation. Thank you.
This episode from the meeting room of Global TV Talk Show is brought to you by
The Bridge School, the accredited international online private school of choice, at bridgek12.org.
Porch Light Rental and Destination Services. Reduce your renter lump sum or managed relocation costs. Visit them at porchlightrental.com.
And by heirs.com. With our full range of services, we can help design and manage your international relocation. Find us at heirs.com.
Primestone Partners, featuring corporate, government, and developer housing solutions, as well as senior-level advisory services. Find them at primestonepartners.com.
And by International Auto Source. We are the vehicle experts for expats, featuring all major brands of automobiles with flexible solutions and financing. On the web at intlauto.com.
Become a global player in your field.
Cross Culture to Go provides virtual support for your global business and career success.
We can help you thrive in 140 plus countries and markets.
On the web at crossculturetogo.com.
Something that's really neat is that the Bridge School partners with various organizations to provide learning for their students. For example, we partner with a major ballet company, and we are able to enroll several of their students into our school. So now not only is the student able to participate in a school and have a seamless transition while they're very active in their ballet career, but now they have other dancers that are with them that are doing some of the same courses. So it's almost becoming a camaraderie where they're taking similar courses, they're working together on their ballet, and really being able to form this great partnership with these organizations to provide a needed service. A lot of times there are student athletes who will spend hours and hours at the gym or at the basketball courts, wherever it is. And if they're attending a traditional school, they're in school from 8 to 3. They get a quick snack, and then they're at the gym for 3 to 4 hours in the evening. Coming to us and having that partnership, they're able to break that up throughout the day. They can have a morning practice, get some schooling in, have an afternoon practice, finish their schooling in the evening. So there's that flexibility. And additionally, if there are tournaments or performances, it's fantastic because if there's a week where they have shows straight through, they can take that week off of learning and then pick back up when they're done. So it offers this great flexibility. And for the program owners of these sports leagues, it is a win-win situation for them because they see this need. They see this need that their students need to make sure that they are obtaining the grades necessary to be successful adults in our country and in other countries. But it provides them an environment where they can be successful at both.
Hi, I'm Sergey Gorbatov.
I'm Angela Lane.
Together we are researchers, writers and practitioners in the field of human resources.
And we've also been multi-country, multi-assignment career expats.
We owe our professional development and growth to a very large extent to the international assignment opportunities that we have had.
But in a world where distributed work may become the norm, we also want to understand what will happen to the nature, duration, and purpose of international assignments.
Together with our colleague, Julian Dalzell from the University of South Carolina, we're undertaking a study on the future of expatriation.
And we'd value your contribution. You can participate in this important study by completing a simple 10-minute questionnaire.
Access the questionnaire by typing in your browser tinyurl.com/expert study. That's tinyurl.com/expert study. You can also find the link here on Ed's website next to this video.
Thank you for joining us in this study. In return for your contribution, we'll provide you with a copy of our research.
And of course, you'll be invited to an exclusive webinar hosted by Ed, where we will share our findings right here on Global Business News.
And so please go to tinyurl.com/expat study. Take the survey so that we can better understand the future of expatriation.
So let me ask you about mental health. Not that you're a shrink, neither am I, but we deal with people, and well, so many people have had a problem of being out of the office and sort of disconnected, or when working at home, the situation is not nice, or is not comfortable, or it's not conducive to concentration and focus when you have things going on around and making noise and people with wants and needs, and you have your own guilt about how you spend your time, and it it's too much, you know?
Yeah.
And so I see it. I know what's happening here. But when I assume it's the same thing going on everywhere.
Yes.
People dealing with this issue and figuring out how to be productive.
Well, for me, personally speaking, one thing that I try to maintain my life is to exercise daily.
Good.
Because for me, really, it's not a matter of having a good shape or anything like that. Of course, it's a consequence, but it is something that makes you feel, confident, that sometimes makes you think in another possibilities to change, the things that you are doing. So it brings energy and things like that. So for me, personally speaking, is to exercise daily. I can't avoid that. Even though when I'm not in the mood, I will do it as my agenda. I have to do it, so I will do it, and that's it. And then I feel the consequences in my body, in the way I behave during the day, in the way I play with my daughter, for an example, in the way I handle with my employees or with the challenges during the day with the clients and so on. So for me, this is very important. And I tried all the time to talk with our people, with our employees about these things, things to do for yourself, because you have to have this moment to I don't know, to listen to music that you like to, or to speak with someone that you feel you feel that you can trust, or so I tried to maintain this door open between all of us, including with our customers, because in the beginning of the pandemic, many of them were here locked, knowing anybody here in Brazil. So they really wanted to receive a support, like what can I do to buy stuff for my house, or to go to the supermarket, can I go to this place, or can I do this or that, because they weren't aware of they couldn't do or not. So this is one of the things that it is in our DNA. We try to maintain the well-being of everybody, because if we are not okay, we can offer great
Right.
support for the others, right?
Well, and it comes through. If like for instance on me, if I don't lift some weights or go out for a walk
Yeah,
or get some sunshine, um, uh, then I don't feel good.
yes,
And then I get bored, or I don't want to do the work, and just press the button.
exactly,
Goodbye. and and
exactly. It's the
and then
same.
I don't return a call, or I don't. Everything gets really hard, right? And
Exactly.
so yeah, it's just we have to take care of ourselves because it's part of the job to take care of everybody else.
Exactly. And it's not an automatic shift. We have to educate ourselves to do this because not everybody wants to, exercise or go for a walk. Because I saw, for an example, my daughter at home, she was locked without having this chance to play with other children. And then I saw her like down, she didn't want to do anything. She didn't want to play. She
Mm,
didn't want to watch cartoon because she was sad. Because when you don't do things, you don't want to do the things, So you
right,
have to
right.
force, yes, yourself to do it. And
So
yeah,
let's talk about your business. How do you get more business?
well, for me, I think the most important thing is to keep my network. So we are constantly participating from associations here in Brazil. For an example, Brazil Talks. We are part of ABEMI. It's another association, Brazilian Immigration Association. We are members of EURA, ERC. We are now members of Paradigm Community. It's a new community created by Ben Sukia. I don't know if you know him. I think,
Yes.
yes, yes. Yes, so we are members of the Gather group inside of Paradigm Community. So for me, this is what keep us, creating opportunities because we are constantly knowing other people and other kind of um, uh, jobs, and we are creating opportunities in the end of the day. And so this is my responsibility in the company. So I have to prospect clients, and I do that especially in this way through our associations and my networking. This is how it works.
Well, I'm going to send this program when it's finished. I'll send it to you, of course, and then you could send it to everybody. But
Amazing.
I'm also going to send it to Ben Sukia and to Marco and to Mackenzie and to Shraddha in India
Yeah,
and other players, um, because we all benefit from that.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes, and this is how I truly believe in an environment where we can be collaborative,
right.
So if I can help you, I will, of course, I will definitely help you. I will try to
That's right.
create, yes, new ways and new possibilities and so on. Because not because I want you to do the same for me, but at some point we will have the chance
Right.
of working together, and we remember, oh, maybe I can use Juliana for this or that. So I think this is the way the things can happen, work and grow organically and naturally. So this is the way I work.
So when I produce a conference, whether it's a teleconference or a live conference, I would like to have you come on our program and join the panel and
Mhm.
network and talk about what's going on in Brazil and what issues. And
Definitely.
that way, that uh, by doing that, we can help expand your reach and the
Definitely.
what I call global PR, global
Thank
PR.
you.
And so thank you, Juliana Ruiz from IGO in Sao Paulo. And I just want to ask you a question about the traffic on that bridge. Is it always like that? if you look at all those headlights, it looks like
Yes.
nobody's moving.
No, if you look there at 6 p.m., it probably will be like that. Yes.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Ed. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ciao.
Thank you for joining us in the meeting room at Global TV Talk Show.
Have a wonderful day, and stay safe.